Good afternoon, folks. It is the 28th of May. It's almost 4 p.m. and today I have a new video experiment with the Solidcrete. Today we're going to do some glitter. So I've got this glitter, which is my favorite, not my favorite color though, that has the big hexagon pieces and then the smaller and smaller and smaller. There's like 5 different sizes in there. Highly reflective. That's my favorite type of glitter, so we're going to try some of that. And I've got old school glitter, which is literally just all one uniform shape. 2 sizes, 2 or 3 sizes in there. Oh, sorry, 2 or 3 sizes in there. Very, very, very fine glitter. The pink. And then I also have yellow, and it's a couple of different colours in there. There's a green, a silver and a yellow. So that's again another fine one. Oh, there. So what I decided to do with the Solidcrete is I'm going to pour some in the moulds, then pour the Solidcrete over the top. Then I'm going to make up another batch and mix them and then pour them in and see which one works better. I got a pretty good idea which is going to work. And of course, when I was opening the old school green glitter, I managed to get it everywhere. So there's dots of it all over the place. I've already measured out my powder and my water. So let's get this first half cracking. So we can unmold today. Alright. I did it by weight. Simply going to pour the resin Solidcrete, over the top in the top molds. And then the floating. This is the fine pink. The 3 different coloured yellow. Let's see how much we've got on this one. Okay. Mixy mixy. So we know that glitter generally will float. Let's pour it in that one. So let's see what it does in powdered eco resin. Not quite enough to fill the mold, but we'll just make it a nice thin one. Okay, a little bit left. Oops, almost spilled it everywhere. For the green. Bit for the pink. Again, give it a nice little quick mixy. And most of it will float to the top. Oops, I need my stir and stick. This is the fine pink, which is just basically coloured it a nice pink, really. Okay, bit too much in that one. And then I'm going to pour a little bit of this fine yellow directly in my cup there. Probably a bit too much. A little cloud of glitter there. Give it a nice mixy. Very pale yellow it's gone. We'll pour it in there. And then in the last 2, I'm going to pour what's left in here. See if we can make a bit of a marble pattern with this one. Not sure it's going to sink or just down the top. Okay, I'm going to go let this set for at least half an hour, probably longer, while I go and do my chores, and we'll come back and do an unboxing. I think that most of the glitter on the top ones will still be in the mold. The bottom ones, it looks like they're going to float, so I'm not sure what the underside's going to look like. I haven't done this before, so we'll get to see what it looks like together. So I'll see you all shortly. Bye. Alrighty, let's have a look how we went. So this is the one with the big hexagon and 4 different sizes that I put in and then poured the resin over the top. So as I kind of thought what would happen, similar to what happened with the crushed glass. So some of it has been left behind, but what's left is quite pretty. Because it's been raining non-stop all day today, I will let these dry out for at least a couple of days before I coat them. Oh, got a little air bubble up top. Oops, completely off camera. Yeah, I think that's cute. It'd be okay, you could put something up the top there or just leave it as it is. Very sunny. So yeah, what I expected to happen. Same for this one. I think if I brush it, if I've got a soft brush here and something to brush it all in, not even on camera here. Yep. You could brush a percentage of loose bits off here and then UV resin coat it to seal it again. Came out quite nice as expected. Fair bit of glitter left in the mold. This was the very fine pink. Okay, so it's left a fair bit of that one as well, but oh look, that looks interesting. A couple of the pesky green ones got in there from where I spilled it everywhere. See if we can get those out. Probably could chip them out and then just seal the whole lot. It kind of reminds me of those geodes. Geodes off camera again. I'm having no end of issues with filming these days. But yeah, that's okay. I'm quite happy with that one. And the really fine. Ooh, left most of that behind. But let's try this brush. And it's actually left quite an interesting pattern. Now I can feel a little bit of moisture still in these. Let me see if I can get it from an angle. Can you see how it's left? Like, it reminds me of this. That one reminded me of Geode. This one reminds me of Aliens with the blood eating the metal floor. How it just sort of splattered and starts eating through it. That's what that one reminds me of. A bit of acid. Okay, so they, as expected, left a fair bit of glitter behind, but I'm happy with them. I'll add a little bit to some of them, maybe a picture or something, perhaps like this guy here. This was a one-off. It was a special order. It's not eco resin, it's UV, and it was finishing off a bottle that was going off. It was a funny color, and I put sand, white sand, in half And the funny thing is, after it's set, it does not look yellow at all. But anyway, so that's got a DTV sticker on it. Yeah, anyway, that's probably what I'll put on these guys, his little DTF or DTV, I can't remember. So this is the unmolding of the ones I've mixed in. So that's the bottom, so that's a bit closest to the mold. I actually like that side better, where you can still see some of the glitter. Very, very reflective. That's interesting, and I think that would be good with the sticker on the back, but it doesn't have the razzle dazzle. So again, another one I like. Let's try the green mixed in. Ooh, okay, so that one's sort of sunk more. You can't really see, but 5 or 6 actual glittery bits, and the front and the back look the same. Probably got the same glitter in blue, which would look good, I think, like for a snow or a winter themed. Where's my camera? So not as exciting as the red. The backs look very similar, but the top, these ones floated a lot better than the green. They sank again. So let's see what the very fine pink one. Okay, so it has pretty much just stained the Solidcrete pink. It's done better with glitter on the other side, the top side. There is a bit of a glitter there. Again, this one would probably be nice in a blue for a winter theme. Just a bit different. And the yellow one is probably going to look the same. That's actually more of a tint, and I can see more reflective in that one. Actually quite like that. It's subtle glitter in the bottom of that one, and that was the one that I wasn't sure about. So yeah, some of it has definitely sunk through, even though the Solidcrete sets really fast. And this one is a mix of leftovers basically. So again, although not really as much, oh yeah, there is as much sparkle in this one as the last one, but the top of this one looks pretty. Quite like that. Bit of pink, bit of yellow, and a bit of green hidden there. But yeah, that's a surprise one. I quite like that one. Sparkle on front and back. Okay, so red multi-shapes, the green multi-shapes, and the pink multi-shapes all look very similar on the front, or the bottom of the mold, the side that's facing the bottom of the mold, except for our yellow. Our yellow and our yellow mix has come through glitter on both sides, so that means I think it just sank. Yeah, I will leave these a couple of days and then add DTV, DTF, whatever to them, or something to them, and I might do an end of the month video with all my finished projects rather than another part 2 of this one. So yeah, that might be an idea. So I've got piles and piles and piles of stuff I've done this month. I've done an order of 100 sets of earrings that I've just finished. I've done a couple of presents. I've done a bit of this, a bit of that. So next week I might just do an end of the month recap maybe, and then talk about what I plan to do next month. So I'm going to go now so that I can upload all of this. So I will see you all later. Bye.